I'm Leila. Welcome. So today we have a showcase for Chaagur versus the Sand Devil. Chaagur is a superstar in this new dungeon, and I'm going to show you guys that momentarily. This showcase is courtesy of DaGreer. Thank you very much. Now, if you guys are not familiar with Chaagur, his passive is insane against the boss, so we're going to get to that in a moment. You are going to see that this Chaagur has a toxic set and perception. So let's check out his stats. He has 46,000 HP, 3,000 attack, 2,300 defense, 241 speed. He's not crit capped or has the crit damage. His resistance is 238 with 509 accuracy. Because again, remember, his damage is going to be coming from poisons, but where he shines against this boss is going to be his passive and his A1. His A1 is asleep. So again, remember what the new Sand Devil Necropolis is. You need a champ in there that's going to keep him sleeping, because that's when you could put the debuffs on, right? A2, it's an AoE, he has poison, decreased defense. A3, attacks. If the target's under poison, he ignores shield block damage and unkillable, which kind of doesn't really matter against this boss. But look at this passive, Constant Agony. Instantly attacks enemies with the default skill whenever they receive damage from poison debuffs placed by this champion. When hitting enemies under poison, heals this champion by 10% of damage inflicted. So again, we want this boss sleeping, which is going to be on the A1. But again, look at this. Instantly attacks the boss with his default, which is the sleep, whenever they receive damage from a poison debuff placed by this champ, which is why we have him placing poisons, but also why he's in a toxic set with as high accuracy as he has. Basically, we want Chaagur hitting him as many times as possible to keep him asleep. And his aura's ally attack in all battles by 33%. So for masteries, we have down the defense and we have down the support tree. And you are going to see that in this case, his T6 is going to be Fearsome Presence. Increases the chances of placing sheep. I love how they added sheep. Debuff from skills or artifacts by 5%. That is actually hilarious. I love it. But again, the reason why we have this too is from the sleep, right? Because that's in his skill, it's on his A1, is we want that increased chance for the sleep against the boss. All right, guys, so this is Chaagur, and like I said, we're going to showcase him versus the Sand Devil, so let's go do that. All right, guys, here we are, Sand Devil Necropolis. We have stage 17. Now, the reason why we were choosing stage 17 is because what you're going to see here is it's the first stage where you start getting the big oils. And my expectation, too, because of also the jump in energy, is most players are going to be wanting to farm here. As of right now, a lot of people are struggling to get past maybe like stage 11 or 12. So we are going to run a 17 today with this team. We had already checked out Chaagur. Here's the rest of the team. So we have Cardiel in lead for ally speed in all battles by 19%. We have Acresia, Raiho, Skytouch Shaman, and of course Chaagur. So we are going to look at the presets. Cardiel, we're going to have him start with Heavenly Host, which is going to be the increased crit rate, increase crit damage. Into his Angel Song, removes all debuffs as block buffs, revive on death, and back to his Heavenly Host. Acresia, we want her starting with Shutdown, which hits twice and can steal the turn meter. Raiho, we want her starting with her Absorption with Continuous Heal. We want her basically doing that as much as possible. Skytouch Shaman, Immortal Skies. Remove all debuff from allies, block buffs, do the revive on death. And then Chaagur is going to be the superstar in here too, right? Heartstopper, we are going to shut this off. We're not going to use it at all. We want him using his Stupor, which has a chance of placing a sleep on the A1. Because again, remember what this boss is, you want to sleep him. You want him to be sleeped, and then you want to try to get as much debuffs as possible. And that's where, like Raiho shines as well too, because she has so many debuffs that can come on as well. So let's go. This will be full auto against the Sand Devil Necropolis. Here we go. So again, this is going to be stage 17, going to be the first stage. So there we go. He's sleeping. This is where we can start getting our debuffs on. So you see we got some poison stacks in there. Got a leech and doing well. Look at that. He slept again. Beautiful. So guys, remember, he sleeps. He wakes up. There's at least one turn. Look at that. Chaagur keeps landing that sleep like a boss. You guys see that? We just keep him. Look at that. Sleep. Look at that. Again, we want him snooze. So he's like not even getting a chance. Chaagur. All right, he missed it that time. Oh no! And the revive. That is why you want a team with a team revive. Look at that. Chaagur's passive is insane. Did you guys see that? They wiped and they popped right back up. So you are going to want, again, you're going to want champs in here that have that AoE revive on death. Look at that. Yeah, Chaagur's passive is insane in here. Very nice. You see how much damage Akrizi just did? Look at that. Akrizi has like no health left. Look at that. There we go. Beautiful. Beautiful. A minute 30. Best time on this dungeon. Yes. So we have 2 revive on death champs in this, right? Yes. I mean, I guess if you don't have a Cardinal, you know, we got Skytouch Shaman. Did you guys see? Did you guys see that? Akrizi basically had like all her health taken away. And so Akrizi was the damage dealer, obviously, in this, right? 1.5 mil. But Chaagur was a superstar in keeping him slept the whole time. Yeah, so the point is, I see we're doing this live, you guys, on Twitch. And Twitch chat's asking why was her health gone compared to everybody else. That's because she messes up his turn meter, right? So against this boss, that destroys your own HP. But if he stays asleep, it doesn't matter. So you guys saw that. Her health was getting wrecked because of the turn meter reducing she was doing. But we did have Cardinal and Skytouch for the AoE revive on death, so it didn't matter. Plus, we had Chaagur basically keeping him slept. Look at that. Again, his passive is absolutely just ridiculous here. Absolutely ridiculous. So DaGreer, thank you so much for letting us showcase this. Guys, if you are running Sand Devil Necropolis, you know, leave me some comments down below. What teams are you running? You know, what stage are you up to? This is definitely its newest boss. He's definitely a bit tricky. He's a bit difficult. DaGreer, thank you so much for letting us showcase this. Hey, check out some more videos up here in the playlist in the top right.